The hidden chamber pulsed with the low hum of machinery, its shadows cloaking the underground's members. Chad sat rigid at the table's center, his heart racing under the weight of their gazes. Their wide, black eyes gleamed in the dim light, unreadable, curiosity, suspicion, or scorn. Neri, the underground's leader, stood at the table's head, her pale frame commanding despite her calm demeanor. "You've taken a grave risk coming here," she said, her voice steady but sharp. "Why now, Chad? Why seek us after years of silence?" Chad's fingers gripped the chair, his mind racing for the right words. A misstep could doom not just him but Ayatu and their twins. He drew a breath, his voice firm. "The Council's planning war, weapons, ships, an assault on Krasley. The Kras won't survive it. It'll be genocide." A murmur rippled through the group, but Neri's gaze remained piercing. "And why should we trust you?" Before Chad could respond, a voice cut through the tension. "Because I do." Kubel stepped from the shadows, his expression resolute. Chad's shoulders eased, relief flooding him. Kubel faced the room, undaunted. "I've known Chad for years. He's bold, sometimes reckless, but honest. If he warns of an attack, it's real." Neri's eyes flicked to Kubel, her face unyielding. "Trust isn't enough. Taking him in risks us all. One mistake could unravel everything." Kubel stepped closer, his voice unwavering. "Doing nothing risks more. Chad knows the Council's inner workings. We need him to stop this war." Silence hung heavy. Neri studied Chad, then extended her hand. "Welcome to the underground," she said, her tone a mix of caution and resolve. The underground was a revelation, a clandestine network thriving in Argob's underbelly. Abandoned labs and maintenance tunnels, masked by machinery's drone, sheltered their work. Chad marveled at their ingenuity, a stark contrast to the Council's sterile control. Neri, a former economist, had once navigated Argob's elite circles. Her insight exposed the Council's lies. Argob teetered on collapse, its resources dwindling, its people subdued by fear. "War isn't about Krasley," she told Chad in a secluded tunnel, her voice low. "It's a distraction. The Council needs an enemy to justify control. Krasley's destruction erases our past, nothing more." Chad's dread deepened. The Council's plan wasn't folly, it was a calculated purge, threatening not just Krasley but Argob's soul. As Chad integrated into the underground, he met its diverse members, each driven by defiance. Kubel, his steadfast ally, brought Krasley's truths. Evidence that the betrayal was a myth born of a cataclysmic war, not Kras treachery. 10,000 years of lies, Kubel said in their makeshift lab, his voice bitter. The Kras are victims, not villains. Gizzo, a financier, funded the resistance, his wealth a silent weapon against the Council. Time's our enemy, he warned during a strategy session, his sharp eyes scanning maps. Hashim's moving fast. We need to strike before he does. Feyre, a defector from the weapons program, offered technical expertise, her hands steady as she dissected Council drones. Valen, a theorist with a knack for uncovering secrets, grinned wryly. They call me mad, but I've outsmarted Hashim's spies before. We'll find his weaknesses. Together, they were a fragile but fierce coalition, their shared purpose a spark in Argob's darkness. The underground rekindled Chad's fire. No longer just surviving, he was resisting, his purpose entwined with Ayatu's and their twins. Returning home one night, he found Ayatu waiting, her face etched with worry. Kale and Lyra played nearby, their laughter a fleeting shield against fear. How was it? Ayatu asked, her voice soft but searching. Real, Chad said, sinking beside her. They're organized, driven. But time's short, Hashim's plans are advancing. Ayatu's gaze drifted to the twins, her resolve hardening. Then we outpace him. For them. For Krasley. Chad reached for her hand, his grip a vow. I won't let him touch you or them. Ayato leaned closer, her voice steady despite the storm ahead. We're in this together, Chad. Always. Their bond, forged in exile, burned brighter, a beacon for the fight to come.